a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3 yard line, gotta love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Here's Barber. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Peyton Barber, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's Peyton Barber that polishes it all off with a touchdown scamper. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The return man, Chris Moore. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mark Ingram now gears up to help lead this offense back out there. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Jackson, option right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
And you know he wants to make the most of every carry because he competes with his quarterback. Lamar Jackson, 4 carries and yardage. But Mark Ingram, over 1,000 yards last season. And then the Ravens went out and drafted J.K. Dobbins out of Ohio State in the 2nd round. So now the Ravens potentially have 2 guys to pair with Lamar Jackson in the run game. Wishbone formation, anyone?
On 2nd and 9, Jackson dancing to his left. Now for 3rd. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the 1st half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Opted to run for it. The decision, a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Jackson on 1st down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens get a bit closer. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Let's go. Let's go.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead will shrink to 6. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. A fairly short kick from the 14. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10.
Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company. And he's looking pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again. Haskins. Got a man. That's Quinn. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Throwing again, here's Haskins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. So 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. J.D. McKissick with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
This will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Chris Moore on the return. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on first and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Man open left side is Brown.
Jackson.
And he'll be out right at the 35. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Intended for Willie Snead. Incomplete. Leads to second and 10.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And going deep downfield for Boykin. That's going to be caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. And it's the Titans in control as those two have now gone to halftime. A.J. Brown, a touchdown catch in that first half. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Taken from about the 12. Oh, good-looking return set up here.
Greg Stroman on the return. Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 30.
So here's Washington now to take over. They fell last week to Cleveland, but they're on top here as they start this drive first and 10. Third quarter starts with a run by Barber. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Pernell McPhee on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 47-yard.
They'll go again with McKissick. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
A 1-yard gain. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Third down. Here's Haskins. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 10 yards there. Good for a Washington first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Patrick Queen.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Haskins pass.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 25-yard line. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
It's a pickup of 6.
2nd and 4. They can still get a first down without scoring.
6-yard line.
And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Trey Quinn, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Chris Moore returning it. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return, the Ravens take over 1st and 10. At their own 24.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So this play, until recently, only something you'd probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break up big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming and get down before the big hit occurs.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you have something about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Wide receiver,
no gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
On the stop. No gain.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. They'll look to run with Ingram. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Ingram. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens cut into that lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken from about the 12. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Greg Stroman on the return. Washington takes over 1st and 10. At their own 30.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 39, Haskins. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Barber on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That's good for a Washington
Well, he flew past 200, 300, 400 yards. Now he's over 450 yards passing on the day.
So what you're saying is oxygen for everyone catching the ball and trying to defend?
Yeah, especially those guys trying to defend right now.
No doubt. They've got to be a confused group because they haven't been able to defend him very well at all. And I think he just wants to keep firing. When you have that kind of a day, you're just locked in. Just keep calling those pass plays.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a big turnover. There as his guys will get the football back.
10 at their own 20-yard line.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
22-yard line.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Jackson on the keeper. He was brought down by Kendall.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop. Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Is good. Makes this Washington 49.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
10 at the 37.
And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
But yeah, that, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Ball carrier.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try and run here with Barber. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here. So for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
And we shift our attention to Mark Ingram. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. And I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me. Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're a back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Reuben Foster picks it. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. And his throw is incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd and 5.
Incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Haskins. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Marquise Brown was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. Jackson eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
On the keeper.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Flush to his right, and he's going to keep it here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
Good catch there by Mark Andrews. It was Lamar Jackson's favorite target last year. They came in the same draft class and quickly got in sync with each other. Andrews led the team in receptions with 64 last year for 852 yards en route to his first Pro Bowl.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Davis on the tackle.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, Jackson.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. And that is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And instead of having a one-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one up to about the 23.
J.D. McKissick.
The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith.
Smith, the one who brought him down. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 23.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
He was brought down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Haskins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Haskins over the middle, complete. It's Quinn. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Gain of 9.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
McKissick, the ball carrier.
Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Complete to Trey Quinn.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. Looking to throw, Haskins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
4th down.
Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
52.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And now here come the Ravens. And last time they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Yeah, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time.
That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the gun, Jackson. His throw incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He may try and run for this. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Trevor Williams was shot out of a cannon there on the corner blitz. Chalk that up as their 1st sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown.
Marquise Brown.
A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score.
Justin Tucker.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense.
And the stats on his game, they really tell the story. A strong start,
I don't know that the defense has really changed a whole lot as opposed to maybe just sticking to that game plan and shutting him down now.
I like where you're going with that because normally we talk about...
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Derek Wolfe, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Second down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Haskins pass.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Haskins got his man complete over the middle. That's Quinn. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line.
8-yard gain.
I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
Washington.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's more on the return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own.
So Lamar Jackson in the offense. Down by 7. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Jackson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
24-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Ravens.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Flushed out right, and now he's going to use his legs. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Ingram. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown.
Mark Ingram in the final minute. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, They're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
Taken in the end zone.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25.
So out comes Washington's offense to take over.
They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to win.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And this will make it into the end zone. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. A gain of 13, it's a first down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
He gets away from one, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch, too, huh?
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
First throw in overtime now for Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
Our final
see, and making it extra special, not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Baltimore, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for